in the dough and I come at the cut. Okay.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. A handoff as they run the counter play. Down the numbers. There he goes. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season, and the Bills have taken the early lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Beal. 20, 10, 5, touchdown Dolphins. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 85 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
You no doubt about it, and we just saw it there.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Allen. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. His throw incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Now looks to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? To the air, Allen. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Play action this time with Love. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
On 3rd down, Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Escaping the pressure right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That's complete to John Ross. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Allen now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. And they give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? action. Now it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. On play action, Allen. That's caught inside the 20. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Hands it off out of the gun. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a big play there for Miami. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Down right around the 25. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. On now the Miami field goal unit. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. K.J. Hamler hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Check Mike 27, check Mike 27. I'm coming after you, I'm coming after you. Mike 27, Mike 27.
Throwing, Love. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen letting one go deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
chance of wasting this great starting field position a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Love now to pass on first down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. They got his man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Brandon Ayuk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 4. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Love's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Brandon Ayuk with a second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same, and what they plan to do on offense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. To throw, it's Allen. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Allen off the play fake. This pass caught by Hamler. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Throwing on first down is Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Caught on the right side by Jones. And out of bounds right around the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to have a Bills first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Right back to him on first down. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Handoff left, Elliott. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Again, it's Elliott. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll run here on third and goal. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a fourth and goal. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will tie us at 24 all. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On play action, Love to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be a third and about 13.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Now here's Ross. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. From the 35 on second down, Allen. Complete to Jones. The Bills on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
114 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Point after, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a handoff looking right. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Allen. Rolling to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Out to his left. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Allen. This is caught. And the Bills are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll run here on third and goal. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Love. And that's going to be incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Love. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Allen. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Buffalo, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.